Yeah, we have some of that. Somewhere we got some canned music for on hold.
I came out of games for this. I could still be playing right now.
Come on, Ham.
Oh, you wanted music. Here you go.
There we go.
Love it.
The gentle jazz while you wait.
Exactly. I don't even know where I got this, but I like it.
It's a 6:15 in the AM and we're feeling back.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Welcome to Midnight Mods on Air.
That would be an interesting show. And that would be worthy of a better drink, Breezy. Midnight at Mods on Air.
That would be a completely different show.
All the cool cats hang out.
Pants optional.
Ladies with bodies.
Alright, song's over. I'm not waiting.
Come on. The hell you're killing us here, Ham.
What did Paul Storm? Damn, I even paid for an alpha. What?
What?
Well, I've seen that in the Twitch chat, but not in. Never mind.
Paying for offers. What?
What's he offering?
Yeah, why am I not seeing that in the chat?
See, I could
can see
scroll,
it
but
in,
I don't want to.
The under the screen chat, but not in the actual chat.
Not seen in demo for years. That stopped. I don't know. He's talking about the
We're unable to connect to
something we
chat.
talked about last week from last week's show. All right, screw it, Ham. I don't care how close you are to showing up. It's July 20th, 2014, and you're watching, or some of you are, Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 435 of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news. Modders, developers, gamers, we are. On the topics list, we're going to be talking about some QuakeCon and how unfortunate it is that it has become what it is. Too bad Ham's not showing up yet. He'll be here. He says he's almost here. Can't have a show without Ham. But just to let you know, there may be some adult language or adult themes or sexual content or innuendos or reasons for you to cry when you reach the end of the shows. And if that's going to bother you, you might leave now.
You're going to cry when you reach the end of the show?
By the time you reach the end of the show, you will
I'm
be
usually
in
crying
tears.
halfway through.
Yeah.
I've heard Breezy has that problem.
I cry at the end. I'm a crier.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly onwards.
Yeah, okay. So let's go on with some of the topics we have. We have something up here regarding YouTube. Apparently, wow, that is a gigantic play button. I can't stand to look at it. I can't zoom out. I won't zoom out. Apparently, there are some reasons for people to be upset, well, for YouTube to be upset, because they are...
breaking the law.
Yeah. Well, supposedly breaking the law. I don't know how much of a law this really is. What's going on here is that we have a bunch of people, not us, which is why this is the first topic on here. I want to let you know that we don't get paid for any of the reviews that we do here. And if you are a media outlet doing reviews and getting paid, you must disclose this to your listeners, viewers. You must. And if you are not...
That's what I find funny. Like, we had an incident... 3 shows ago. Oh, hang on. You guys might be able to... There, you can probably hear me better now. Had an incident 3 shows ago where someone complained and said we were violating their copyright on something or other. I can't remember what.
Funny or Die, I think.
It was the humorous closing video. We don't get paid for this show. So we're not violating your copyright law. You put it on YouTube. It's Fair Use Act. If we rebroadcast it and made money off of it, then we're violating your copyright law.
Plus, do you really think we'd pay Breezy to be here?
Exactly.
That's the. It just makes me like that whole scenario. I'm still a little bit miffed about.
Well, this isn't just necessarily reviews though. The YouTube thing's talking about. It's gameplay videos and stuff, and it's kind of somebody did a survey, and I can't remember who it was, but they pretty much asked YouTubers, people, sponsored guys that get promoted, whatever. Do they make money, or do the publishers of games pay them to do videos? It's not necessarily reviews.
It could be Francis. Remember Francis, the big old guy who's yelling about stuff? It could be him, maybe. We don't know.
I can't remember the exact percentages off the top of my head, but it was pretty clear-cut that, a lot of them get paid to do this.
Yeah, but who doesn't assume that they're getting paid to do this anyway?
True.
Otherwise, why would they do it? There's no reason to do it if you're not getting paid for it. Unless they're stupid, like us.
We're the exception.
What does that mean then? They're trying to make it so that all these people that now have the immediate access to post their gameplay videos via the Xbox One by snapping it to YouTube via Bing.
I wonder if they get around it because you pay your Xbox.
Said nobody ever. Anyways, but I think they're trying to make it so that more of that schlock gets posted and less of the paid for stuff. They're just it seems to be somebody's making an issue over a very I'm not going to say minor thing, but it is something that's relatively, stop whining,
Trivial.
That's the word. Yes.
It really doesn't interest me in any way, shape, or form. Like, who cares if they get paid to do a video?
I just kind of assume that they all do.
Yeah, I always assume.
Take that on board when I'm listening to or watching a review.
And who just watches one review? If they get paid to do a review, then watch a couple of different reviews.
Well, it also
all matches up.
It's becoming more important because of the people who are using Twitch to broadcast these games, these beta versions of the games, which by whatever you sign, you're not allowed to be doing. But they're not being taken down because, why do you think? Because they're probably being sponsored by the developer or the publisher. So you have Engadget, Verve, or some of these other big name websites who says, we're streaming on Twitch live now. Something that no one else can be playing because they're trying to create the enthusiasm, the hype.
Create that media hype.
And most likely they're getting paid for it or getting something out of the deal. Not definitely, just most likely. We can't prove it.
Yeah, of course you can.
But they're supposed to disclose it.
That's something we have long said, that it's like, hey, give us a big bag of money and we'll give you a positive review. Happens far too often. Can we prove it? No. But how else do you explain some of the things that you see where you get these outstanding reviews for absolute shit and drivel? Like they have 6-year-old playing it. Oh, my 6-year-old was enthused, so hey, we'll give this a great review.
On that note, if you give us keys or betas or access to your game, we'll play it online during our show. Mailbag at MODSonair.com.
Of course, you have an embargo on it. And then we can't.
And we won't.
Or if you're going to offer us big bags of money, we'll be right up front about it and say, hey, we were offered big bags of money too. So we wouldn't be breaking the law.
But we also wouldn't say it's good if it's shit.
No, that's true. But by the same token, we're not going to turn down your big bags of money.
We'll be more inclined to find the good, but doesn't necessarily mean it will all be good.
Feel free to. Ham, why are you commenting and not on the show?
This guy.
You just can't get the staff these days.
What the fuck?
Quality hosts. Ugh,
No.
hard to come by.
Host.
If we got paid, we'd be here every week.
Oh, wait.
Ham's mailing it in today.
Literally. All right, let's talk about one of Ham's favorites, Doom 4. because QuakeCon was going on last week. It should be over as of yesterday or the day before. I mean, completely over. But Doom 1234 is not going to be a prequel or a sequel. It is going to be a reboot. They're going to take the game and they're going to make it again.
So it's not a prequel, it's not a sequel, it's more of a requel.
Yes.
Requel. Like it. Copyright it.
Trademark. Yes, I agree.
Trademark requel.
I don't care.
Well, there's nothing to care about because you, sir, are not allowed to see it.
No,
you're not allowed to know about it.
Absolutely nothing.
And you're going to have to wait a whole year before you're even allowed to know what everyone else was talking about when they went and saw it and came out and all said it was the best thing they ever saw. Which, if any of you have ever been to a conference, that is what they say regardless of what they show them.
Yeah.
Gabe could be in there eating a ham sandwich and everyone would come out and say, it's the best thing I ever saw.
That ham sandwich.
I don't know, that ham sandwich just sounds pretty good. But I do notice, like, the article there, all the people that are commenting are all known media personalities
Or ham.
as well. Or ham.
Ham wasn't there.
No, Ham didn't want to subject himself to a Carmack-less Quake. We can't hear you. Ham.
But
There you go. That's better.
I don't want to,
BethesdaCon. There you go.
There.
He's like, I gotta get this in here.
I didn't want to subject myself to that. But
No.
I will be going next year because it's the 20th anniversary.
Oh, so next year, that's right around the time when you'll get to see everything that everyone saw this year.
Yeah.
Quite literally. They're saying that now. They're saying that you're not going to be able to see anything. They won't show you anything for a year.
I'm a bit upset because in the years past when I've gone, I'm like, this year, Doom 4, it's going to happen. Doom 4, Doom 4, Doom 4. And then when I decide to not go, that's when they're like, Doom.
Are you
Doom
excited
4.
about a reboot?
That's what they're saying. Don't call it Doom 4 because it's not Doom 4.
It's just Doom. I don't like the idea that they're trying to replace a classic because if you go back and play Doom, even today, it's still a great game. It sounds fun based on the descriptions that I read. I don't know. It's a bit scary that they're when you start with something like Doom, it's one of those things where you've got to make a big impression, a good impression, and if you don't, then it reflects very poorly on everything that you will do in the future.
Mm-hmm. I see this as the test bed for another major franchise. And if Doom 4 reboot goes well, I foresee Half-Life 3. I'm calling it now.
Are you sure, or will it be a reboot instead of
see, that's
3?
the thing, but it will be labeled Half-Life 3.
Uh-huh.
But I foresee that occurring if because that's the biggest fear I think with Valve is they're saying, how can we even come close? And if you take a classic like Doom and reboot the series, and if it turns out well and doesn't end up getting panned by all the nostalgics out there and all of the current players and new players that they're trying to attract to this franchise, then we will see something come from Valve where they're going to say, all right, here's our Half-Life kick at that can. Because I think they did that with Orange Box when they combined, Half-Life 1 and 2 and what else was thrown in there? There was a mod thrown in there, and there was Team Fortress, and they tried to reboot the series, and it worked, but it didn't work. It didn't generate any new positive hype, like, hey, let's finish this story. Most of that is still coming from the nostalgics that want to see this end, or they've been teased about Half-Life 3 for the last 6 years,
11 years or something.
75, 11.
I know, that's a lot of numbers.
So I'm just throwing that out there. If I believe that if this goes well, look to see something from Valve regarding Half-Life.
We'll see if it goes well. It is.
In my mind, it's going to be another Rage.
But okay, so here's my thing: you're going to reboot Doom with a new engine that didn't really do all that well. Plus, you're Carmackless. So what are you going to do to this that hasn't already been done? That's the challenge, and I don't know that they're going to.
They said that they've already moved to a new engine. They're calling it Tech 6.
Oh,
Rage 2.0.
Well, that's like the new Valve's engine, which is constantly updated, isn't it? It's just, or is it's like the Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
They changed a line in the script, and it's now the new engine.
Yeah, at least under Carmack, each iteration of the technology has brought something different enough to sort of qualify itself as having a label of a new engine, and not just an update. But I don't know. I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. It wasn't a looker from what I've read in multiple cases. They said it looked okay.
Well, it probably looks great for the original Doom to be redone. A true corridor shooter. Well, I think their diehard fans will probably enjoy it. Like these two here that look like 90s Deadhead rockers.
Yeah, the guy on the right is just...
Oh, wow.
Who like to hurt kittens. These were some of the fans that were coming out saying, oh, this is the best thing. Which, you know, maybe they were all paid to say that. You don't know.
I guess you have to take into consideration, so one, it is QuakeCon, so everybody there is assumed fans of...
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you shaking? I have goosebumps, y'all. Like, holy crap. Counter-Strike was awesome, man. No, Doom is...
it brings it back to its roots, does it not?
Absolutely. And just the combat, amazing.
Yes.
Doom, dude, I need new pants now, okay? Like, the first preview, like, I need new pants. The second preview, I could not need new pants on the number. Okay, yeah.
Just straight up fanboys.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
It's a godsend.
Yes.
I agree.
It's like,
you're doing God's work.
what was good about it? What was Doom?
Guys, what did you think of Doom?
Why is he yelling? Why is everyone yelling? What is
blew my
yelling?
fucking mind.
I know, me too. I did.
Where are they?
Please
take my money.
I literally can't
know what I
feel
would
my
ask?
hands.
What
I'm
didn't
not
you like about it?
fangirling. My face is numb. My hands are numb. That was
Although you probably
amazing.
just get nothing, man. It was totally up. So that's kind of honest.
You clap for Doom?
Ham. What are they coming out of? Is this a keynote or what? Because they're coming out of some sort of auditorium.
It is the. This is the ballroom. I forgot what the name of it is. Maybe the Chantilly Ballroom or something. But what they're coming out of is the welcome address.
Okay.
Which also has the Doom 4 reveal.
So it was a kickoff.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's all that anyone's going to see or hear.
No. And there's about.
You shouldn't.
I think there's about 20 minutes worth of Doom played, from what I read, and I'm not sure if you've gone over the details, but it's very fast.
So was Doom.
Yeah, which I mean is a good thing. Which is unlike what Doom 3 was. So it's very fast. They're trying to, I guess, bring back the feeling of the original Doom. They've taken out the reload button. There's no reload.
God.
They've made it sort of like
Because 20 years ago you didn't have to reload.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily violent to the point where it's just sort of blood everywhere. You can chainsaw,
Jab on the screen. So real.
rip off people's arms. There's melee finishers now and like all this stuff.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Melee finishers.
Rip off their arms and beat them to death with them.
So it's the Mortal Kombat version.
That's literally what happened.
Mortal Kombat!
Finish him.
Finish him. As he just stands there.
Expecting high expectations. but I think
So it's hyper violent.
Oh, dude, that exceeded any expectation of anybody.
It sounds fun and exciting. It
Is
sounds
it a murder simulator?
What could we possibly
a demon murder simulator.
Oh, don't tell that. Jack Thompson will like explode
Fucking all
from
these-
in there as cupboard.
Hey, he fights demons every day.
Say.
I mean,
That was really good.
You've set off the Fox News alarm. Currently, there's a man sliding down a pole in a cape. Dun, dun, dun.
That alone is a Fox News alarm.
Down.
That is a scary visual. With his trusty sidekick, Hillary Clinton.
Oh, dear God.
I would watch that on, yes, I would watch
Or
that.
Cartoon Network is what that's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be a Saturday morning show.
Right there.
We should pitch that to a Fox ADHD. Get that on Fox even.
Oh, my Atlanta.
Go for it, Welsh. You're the man.
Yep, I'll make it so.
Well, she's like, I'm not pitching that to anybody. I'm going to write this down. This is going to be the best comedy skit ever.
I don't think I've ever been this
So,
excited about a video game. Not even.
We're gonna see how it is in the end. It doesn't bode well if we're gonna have to wait a year before we see anything again or hear anything again. And it already didn't. It wasn't sort of. It didn't get the praise that you would expect out of sort of the next big great thing.
It's gonna be incredible. Yes.
There's criticism about the graphics a bit. They said it was just okay. There's criticism about what they saw of the level design, but it was a presentation. So sometimes they'll have a non-final level just to show off stuff. But
And I also wonder how much of it was actual gameplay.
Gameplay, yeah.
Because I keep reading things about. We saw some screenshots of like.
Don't even ruin the series for me.
Saw some screenshots of some pre-rendered footage.
Well, no, I don't know if any of that was real. Nobody knows. You can't be sure. I went and looked for some video and stuff like that, and it turned out to be people just doing goofball stuff. So, a lot of people are out there trying to fake it, or trying to be funny, and you can't say whether something's leaked or just a mock.
Leaked on purpose.
yeah.
No, this is not Rockstar.
Leaked my ass.
You better get that checked out.
Yeah.
Warning, Doom may cause anal leakage.
That's nasty.
Well, some of the people would agree with you based on this video.
Yeah, this just sounds like total fanboyism. I'm sorry, it does.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, like I said before, you have to consider that this is QuakeCon. So all of those people coming out of that room pay to go because it's Quake and they love it and
So this is
they love it.
This is the Apple iMac syndrome.
Not saying you
could
never know,
be.
we might be surprised. It might be
An
absolutely
iMac is the greatest computer ever. Why are you saying that? Because I shelled out $3,000 for it. I have to say this.
That's
Part
actually
of the
cheap for them.
brainwashing course we take on the way out of the iStore.
Well, here's what I can say. A few years ago, they had a presentation like this in that same room in Dallas, Texas, at the same hotel, and they were showing off Prey 2, and that looked great. Looked absolutely fantastic. And yet, that's never going to happen. That presentation we saw will never see the light of day, or what the gameplay that we saw. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. What we might get might end up nothing like what these people saw. So it's too far away to tell, but the reaction seems mostly positive. Seems like they're trying to capture that nostalgia. Now, I want to briefly say that for people who own Doom, the original Doom 1, 2, or Final Doom, there's a mod called Brutal Mod, and it's worth getting. What it does for me, it seems to take those memories of what Doom was many years ago when you first played it, and actually make those memories real. Because there's a lot of times where your nostalgia doesn't match up with the actual experience. Just you sort of embellish those memories over the years, and Brutal Doom basically takes what you thought Doom was a long time ago and makes that real. So when you go back to it, it's just a fantastic, fun game. And this new Doom, yeah, it's definitely worth playing. I guarantee you have a good time. And from the description of this new Doom, it sounds like they've taken a lot of ideas from Brutal Mod. A lot of the comments that I've seen are like, that sounds just like Brutal Doom. But we'll see. Brutal Doom is worth getting. It's free mod. You can find it on mod.
I linked it up there in the chat window.
Or just watch some YouTube videos. I think you'll love it.
Well, also something else that the QuakeCon announced was something called The Evil Within. They say we should expect this in October. There's a slight change of something, but I think that just has to do with the release date. I don't know anything about The Evil Within.
No? So, The Evil Within is a survival horror game, third-person survival horror game.
That's probably why, right there. There's like 1,000 of the survival horror games.
Yeah.
But this one is made by some bigwig. I don't know if it's the director, creator, writer, whatever, of Resident Evil, the Resident Evil series.
Because
It's just another Resident Evil then.
So, yeah, it's being built using the id Tech 5 engine, so the Rage engine. It doesn't look that great.
If it's anything like Rage with the textures, it will be absolutely terrifying. Oh god, look at it popping in! I can't take it anymore.
This performance is horrible.
That texture pop was amazing.
Good god.
The scariest part. This game, it looks like a ripoff of Resident Evil 4. It looks weird, and it doesn't look weird in a good way. I feel almost as if ZeniMax is sort of regretting how production has gone. They thought it would end up with being something better, and they're just like, at this time, screw it. We're just too close. We need to push it out the door.
It does look a lot like Resident Evil.
The picture does. I'm showing some video here right now, it's really just a teaser video though, so it's not going to show us anything about the game. Other than it looks like it was made with a saw in mind. That somebody makes their own barbed wire, is that right? Guess so. Who makes their own barbed wire anymore?
Oh, it's home. You can buy that. You can buy that in Ohio. Up in,
7-Eleven in Ohio, right?
No, I was thinking.
Keep out the Mormons.
Country up there.
Oh yeah.
They're not Mennonites or Hutterites.
Mormons.
Amish.
Oh, I see.
Buy it up in
Mormons.
Mormons. That's homemade barbed wire in Utah.
There's a gameplay video from I think maybe the year before last, and maybe this year's E3, which this year's E3 was just the year before's gameplay demonstration.
Apparently, the guy that did the gameplay video, the guy doesn't open doors like a normal person. He has to put both hands on them and push them open like this.
Oh.
Just open one door and walks away.
So you got to put down your weapon and everything.
Put away your gun.
Well, it just seems like a canned animation, so like when you get near the door, it just happens.
It's like the old school Resident Evils when you just got the door and then you watch it open for like the 100th time. You're like, oh, just fucking open, will you?
Yeah, it was terrifying for the first like half hour where you're like, oh my god, what's... and then you're just like, you forgot something on the other side of the mansion or whatever. You're like, oh fuck. Like, I go through like 16 doors and watch it go. And the stairs did the same thing where it was like... And you're sitting there going, it's 4 steps, I could have leapt up that.
Can't jump upstairs, that's not realistic.
Nope.
Alright. Alright, over to ESPN. Hopefully they're fully disclosing the fact that they'll be doing some tournaments. broadcasting tournaments. As a matter of fact, the should be broadcasting right now. These tournaments are going on up until the 26th, I think it was, or the 21st. I don't know. It should be going on over the weekend, and they're broadcasting, what is it, Dota 2? Yeah, Dota 2 Championship.
Yeah, it looks that way.
But there's no word here whether or not YouPorn is really sponsoring this one, or if they're waiting till next year, or which it is. You guys smile, but didn't you?
There's a there about them arriving early, but you know, I'm not gifted enough to craft.
I don't know if you guys know that this is true. I'm not just making this up. This is last week's article that YouPorn is sponsoring these tournaments.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I just listened to the show because I missed it. But well, so many breezy jokes, so little time.
It's not my fault. I'm sad and lonely, all right?
Well, there's quite a prize pool here.
Did you say
for people to?
Never mind.
I can see us all like, can we make jokes? Can we? No, we better not.
I did the disclaimer. People can leave if they don't like it.
No, I like Breezy too much to make me cry.
No.
Don't lie.
Hey, we said somebody would cry by the end anyways. It's not a Maury show. We don't need to do that.
No, if it was a Maury show, we'd be doing the robot, because the kid ain't mine.
I don't know that one. All right, good.
Oh yeah, there's a whole YouTube video.
That's everyone.
That's everyone, where they do a paternity test, and it's not that guy, and he just goes mental.
Yeah, he does the robot.
Yeah, they do the. Oh no, they start breakdancing. It's quite fun. If you ever spend half an hour, go and watch a YouTube video of it.
No,
What's it
I have
called?
not. Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Maury Povich.
For people in the UK, it's like the American version of Jeremy Kyle.
Just trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there's no trash like U.S. trash, so.
I ain't the baby daddy.
The
That's
international
basically the subtext
sponsors.
to every episode.
The red-headed kid ain't mine.
Strider, if it's a good video, send it over to me and I'll get it for the closing.
I don't know. Apparently have to watch it.
Oh, all right. Well, Microsoft is apparently closing the Xbox Entertainment Studios.
No.
We'll all greatly miss it.
But they plan on carrying the other games forward as they always have. I don't know who's going to make it or where they're going to do it, in the closet or something perhaps. But you got Halo, and Halo.
Yeah. Now I saw the headlines there, but I never did read that story. And from the little snippet, it sounded like it was the studios that were going to make these Xbox exclusive.
TV series.
Yeah.
Not just game series, yeah.
Canceled before anything even released.
Mm-hmm. And that's what this is. This doesn't mean that they're going to stop making games. It just means that they're going to probably not produce additional videos in the terms of like TV series or movies themselves. They'll just have somebody else do it. Which is really what they should be doing. They have no business getting into this.
What's the purpose of creating a series that can only be viewed by people who need to sort of own your $500 console and then pay once they meet that prerequisite to view the episodes?
Well, they're trying to give them a reason to own it. Everyone who owns one should be getting something that everyone else doesn't get. That's what they're trying to do.
Games.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's give you everything.
I want to watch TV and use Bing.
Said no one ever.
No one ever. He says while searching Bing. I can hear that keyboard going.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we also said that that Kinect was going to end up on the PC, and it turns out that some hackers have found a way to magically take the one that you already own with your Xbox One and hook that up to your PC, probably by simply installing the firmware and plugging it in and doing nothing more. Oh, look at that.
Windows Update probably gave them the driver. Yeah. Plugged in. Oh, there we go.
So now they can not use it as well.
Yep.
I like it.
It's infinitely more usable than anything but games.
Right. Yeah. Unless you're making games. It's not usable for creating games. It's not. Or unless you're trying to run in place in a virtual game of some sort with your socks. then the Kinect is very useful there too.
My Omni.
Well, it could be worse. You could have an article coming up for PlayStation 4 who says there's an add-on for a game that'll cost you $2 that allows you to fart and plank.
Why?
For what game is it?
Killzone.
Good.
Which makes you still like, what?
Game of Killzone.
So as part of
the two things I felt it was missing, that was.
So of all the taunts, you can now, I guess you can fart on someone after you kill them or plank on them? I don't know. I don't know how it's applied.
It was a top-up between, a decent storyline and a decent game, or being able to fart and plank. So I'm glad they've gone that way.
It's really, in hindsight, it's the only right way to go.
It really.
Or we don't know, but maybe they're coming up with the smell-o-vision sooner than we thought. They wanted to get this out as preparation. Because that's the only stink that they can make.
This is literally just like, somebody made this and thought it was hilarious and went, yeah, let's put it in the game, it'll be really funny. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's the idea you're supposed to ignore.
Yeah.
Your coworkers, but they felt like they had to. They owed him something.
And then if you read down in the comments, there's a whole...
owed them something.
If you read down in the comments, really people are talking about what's going on, why are they doing all these microtransactions, this and that, and then somebody makes a good point. He says, my wife used to spend over $100 a month on virtual clothing at Second Life. And that's the reason why they're still doing so well financially. So that's what they're doing. Why Second Life is.
I wonder if you can have a virtual garage sale in Second Life. That's totally off topic.
That really is.
Sell all the virtual clothes that you don't use anymore.
But that goes to show that's also part of what they're doing. They're trying to come up with something that could get their game a little bit noticed and make some money on the side.
I feel like it's noticed enough. It goes on.
I still don't think we've hit the pinnacle of in-game purchases, microtransactions. I think it's still coming. The big
the pinnacle
reveal.
The pinnacle will be basically you
It's
fire
going to be when
one shot.
It'll be when Call of Duty does it.
Yeah, and it'll be
They don't
pay for magazine.
It'll be like, looks like
I guess they
more
don't.
bullets.
Pay per bullet.
Mr. Paperclip pops up. Can I help you with that?
Tink, tink, tink. You're out of bullets.
Want me to help you with that?
Would you like an airdrop?
That's a game I would play.
Yes.
I'd like to play a game where you can kill the paperclip.
I mean, the boss is the wizard you could turn it into.
Yeah. There's a wizard and a dog, I believe. Yeah.
You die and the dog comes up and... Who's beeping me?
Me. And I think there was a cat as well, I seem to remember.
I thought there was this sort of nondescript ball, too.
Yeah, like some sort of weird globy ball thing, wasn't
Yeah.
There was a weird globy ball where?
inside of the like search assistant or whatever it was.
Oh.
Because it wasn't just the paperclip. Everyone knows the paperclip because it was like the default. But you could change it to like, I think like Einstein was meant to be, and then there was like a dog as well, and then like a cat.
I think you spent too much time working on Word. Wow.
Yeah, well I did, because I get called over to stations and people would go, hey, how do I get like the dog instead of the paperclip? And I would look at them and go, you don't need the paperclip, no. No.
You don't need it.
All right, why isn't your question, how can I get rid of this? Why do you want
You are supposed to be working. How much time have you already spent on this? Oh yeah, well, GameStop is also going in on it, saying that they're making they made about 724 million selling digital games and add-ons. Remember we talked about how GameStop wants to do their own unique add-ons? Well, they found out that I guess it's worth it. Let's get up with these companies and buy a game at GameStop and you get this special thing, and
They're actually doing it. They're actually.
That's why they still have stores.
Yeah, you know, I've been in a GameStop like once, and it was just a horrifying experience.
What's horrible is that you go into a brick and mortar, EB Games or GameStop, and you purchase a game, you install it, and you still have to download the whole fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Updates, day one patches, all that shit.
The purchase isn't that easy. You still have to talk to the person who's also trying to sell you some other stuff, who happens to know quite a bit more than you do. Oh, he knows more than you do. And
once buying, I think, a PC, maybe it was a PlayStation game, and the guy trying to sell me an Xbox pre-order. So I have a PlayStation because I'm buying it, like, just Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like if you hate yourself and you want to get hassled, that's where you go.
Yeah.
Well, they are supposed to sell the customer on certain things, and they're told, and they have to do this.
Oh yeah, I imagine it's not directly the employee's fault, because
Would you like some fries with that?
Yeah, I imagine they're told, you need to sell this many in a week and all this shit.
Do they really have to hire people who are so special?
McDonald's? Or
No, any game store that you go into.
Yeah. It will gladly spend 20 minutes telling you how good Halo is.
Oh yeah, or Call of Duty.
Oh, speaking of which, I got a advertisement from Twitch when I logged in today for that Halo, or what's not Halo, it's Bungie and Activision's.
Oh,
Destiny.
Destiny.
You mean Borderlands?
Yeah.
I'm not paying any attention to the Destiny, but I hear it's not.
No, I'm not.
That well anticipated, or is it out? It is out, isn't it?
It's not yet.
Is it PlayStation exclusive?
No, it's Xbox, and I don't think it's PC. I think it's console exclusive.
Yeah. I've got a guy at work who tells me about it just about every day, about how great it is. And
it's supposed to be on both major consoles.
Is there a beta or something out at the moment?
There is something, because
some people are playing it. I know that much.
People are playing it.
I haven't looked it up. Is it kind of like PlanetSide? Is that the idea of it?
No, it's Borderlands. It's the exact same thing.
Oh, okay.
To me, it feels like, or the concept seems like Borderlands mixed in with a little maybe Guild Wars, where you got
in outer space.
Around. Yeah, in outer space and on weird planets and stuff. And there's
people talking about how the audio is wonderful and so interesting that they're enjoying the audio more than the game.
Oh God.
Oh, what does that say? The game's shit. I'm watching a Destiny. Oh, you're doing the exact same thing I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I noticed though is the news post is like Destiny beta brings 2 new maps. So is this not like one big map? Like, well, Borderlands technically speaking wasn't one big map, but it was like,
it's, from what I understand, there's sort of the open world to explore, and then you've got hubs, and then you've got instances, just like any other. It's Borderlands, the MMO with the Halo theme.
Yeah. By the way, people who are saying this is like amazing music have clearly never played a Final Fantasy game in their entire life. Because this is what the whole thing sounds like.
I don't know.
That sounds like the sort of thing you would hear in Guild Wars.
Yeah, it is. It does.
Even the first Guild Wars had like music like that.
But then, you know, these are console whores, so they've never played Guild Wars.
Ah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
I don't play the PC crap, you know. Even though I kind of hated Guild Wars, but we'll skip over that.
I like it. I like the first one. All right. Well, anyway, we have Noriega is suing Call of Duty over his likeness being in one of the Call of Duty games, Black Ops 2. That's a real picture. That's a fake picture. Real picture.
Doesn't it say
fake
that
picture.
any likeness is
Purely coincidental?
Yeah, purely, blah, blah, blah.
Except when the message at the bottom of the screen says Noriega says, "This is not the deal. Call your boss." It is him.
Yeah.
He looks like a lizard.
Even more so in the game. It's like I don't know what they did to him.
But it's next gen.
So next gen. This will be interesting to see how that plays out.
So this former dictator decides to sue Activision because he doesn't like the way he's portrayed.
Former dictator taking the moral high ground. That's funny.
He's teaming up with Fox.
Fox are helping him.
When dictators
like,
go against Activision, you know the real bad guys are.
Well, some of the people that worked over it.
Isn't he in jail?
I don't think so. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Nope. Unless it's house arrest. He's got a bracelet on. Some of the guys that worked over at Infinity Ward, who worked on some of the Call of Duty games, they were all disbanded pretty much. But now we have officially that the Reload Studios, which consists of many of those people, is now up and working on something that...
Working on their own version of Call of Duty.
Probably. Well, yeah, who knows? It's going to be a first-person shooter for next-gen consoles, VR, and mobile.
So, insert 6 buzzwords here.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know what we're doing, but we just want to create some hype. I'm really tired of first-person shooters. I haven't played a first-person shooter in a long time.
P-load. So it looks like the logo there.
P-load, yeah.
No, I've been playing BioShock. That's first-person shooter. So I can't say the same. And yes, 2 days ago, I eventually got to play Battlefield 4. So
I don't know. I've just really lost interest in it. And it used to be that was all I used to play. It was like
It's everybody here has the gaming habits that seem to go in tides, for lack of better way of saying, where you'll play solo games, then we'll all sort of seem to get involved in either RPG or I don't want to say MMO, but that type of game, and then we'll end up playing first-person shooters, and then we'll just get disgusted by the whole industry, which is where I think a lot of us are now, where there is absolute shit to play, and so it's like, you know what?
8. That's how.
Wow.
You did what?
I've been playing Final Fantasy.
Wow.
8. That's how regressed I am at the moment. I'm playing a game from 1998.
Yeah.
Might be 99 actually.
I've actually been going outside and doing like yard work and chores rather than shirking them and playing video games, which I normally do. So it's
you've been going
outside. It kind of says it says a little bit. Yeah, the sun.
That's not dirt. That's a tan.
Damn you, ball of burning gas.
I've just been playing.
Ham's been playing Send Carmack Hate Mail. Why did you have to leave?
I've been playing Doom, the original games with the mod and original Quake. In fact,
Doom.
In honor of QuakeCon, I had a couple people over here yesterday. We played a co-op of the original Quake LAN.
In honor of QuakeCon.
Yes, in honor of QuakeCon. I stand by that statement. In honor of QuakeCon.
In honor of QuakeCon, I got really drunk last night.
Isn't that in honor of every day that ends in Y?
Yeah, but I've got to have like a legitimate excuse. Otherwise, my sponsor won't believe me.
Who's your sponsor?
AA sponsor.
Yeah, that was the joke there.
It was fun. Actually playing a LAN game.
No people who can grief you.
Is this something from Fox News, Foil?
Oh, I don't know. It's from...
Like, seriously?
Hmm.
Who would even think that? who would even think that?
Stupid people out there.
Strider's talking about the thing I posted in the chat window.
What are we talking about? Solar panels were not...
Wow. That's all I can say for that one. Just wow.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is what we're dealing with.
Who the hell said that? Quote.
Fox News.
No. For once. National Report, America's #1 independent news source. And they've got a picture of Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin on the front. There you go. That'll do it.
They're #1.
What is this site? It's just...
That is shocking.
I'm looking at related stories, which actually says more science. And
The first comment. So if I stare into a flashlight, the batteries will dilapidate quicker. That's good.
There's real science behind it.
this is well, this is what happens when you let people breed uncontrollably.
Do you say breed or breathe?
Both, actually, yeah.
It's for both, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some Stalker news. Areal, actually, which we don't know which one is the prequel, sequel, and official of Stalker, but...
Prequel, sequel, requel, equal.
Yeah, but we do have some videos coming up for the game Areal. At least some teaser videos are out there. And, oh, this does not represent the final quality, by the way. I want to make sure you understand that. The final quality we'll actually get to see in another 15 years.
Мы создавали миры, которые захватывают, которых больше,
Like the original
чем
This is the language of the
Сейчас мы
final.
создаем новую игру, которая является
just thinking
одновременно
that.
захватывающей и дает свободу. Сейчас вы все сами увидите.
And they're talking about, you know, the temporal distortions. And, right? It's called temporal? It's some sort of distortion. I don't know.
It's the equivalent of anomalies.
Anomaly. Yes.
Like, I get that this alpha footage or whatever, but why does this look like it was made 7 years ago?
Because it's just a mod of Stalker. Right now.
Reminds me of like Far Cry 2.
No, because Far Cry 2 looked better than this. I don't think he just keeled over for no reason.
Radiation poisoning? I don't know.
Надеюсь, вам понравилось.
Or maybe he got peed on by that tiger that he saw.
But here's my problem is it's all about Kickstarter again.
Yes.
Fuck off.
Let's talk about the wonderfulness that is Kickstarter. I have tried to back, I think, a total of 4 projects. The first one was a little robot that I can put my phone on and play with, that I thought I was going to be able to program and do some interesting stuff with. Turns out that the SDK was extremely limiting, but I did receive the product. Okay, so that unit I got, but I ended up shelving it. All right, whatever. It's another one, the Oculus Rift. I was all excited to get my hands on this, and then all of a sudden I realized what it really was, thank you to a showing over at PAX, and I was promptly able to cancel that order. Oh, thank goodness. Still have one in the office. Makes me want to throw up every time I put it on. Not because of what it represents, although that's another kind of sickness that I feel. The next one is a 3D printer by Buccaneer, which today I received the email that says Sorry for all the delays. We're really sorry. If you want, you can now fill out this form, and if you want, we'll give you your money back at the end of the year. Or you can order this version of it that isn't really representative of what we planned. Or you can just stay in the pool, and hopefully we'll finish it and get you the product that you want sometime next year. Which, by the way, was supposed to ship last April.
Last April?
And I'm afraid to cancel it and ask for my money back because I don't think I'll even get my money back if I cancel it. So the only thing left to do is I'll take the crap unit that you're going to ship out right away because I have a better chance of getting that than anything else. And the number 4 is still up in the air, which I may later regret actually supporting, but we'll see.
I've supported about 5
That
things.
one sounds a bit suspicious. No details on that one.
It's a sous cooker. It's a sous cooker that looked like a finished product by some people that have a reputation. So I'm going to give it a shot. That's why.
I did see.
I heard.
They look cool.
As you were telling what that was over top of everybody else, it came through as a teabagging hooker.
I bought a teabagging hooker.
Yes, would be suspiciously left out of the description.
And due to her reputation, I believe that it will come through.
Wow.
I have a comedy sketch for that one.
There are no words for that.
Put that on Kickstarter.
Teabagging hooker.
Do you have to pay extra for that kind of thing? I don't know. Or is that just a standard? It's in a job description?
Ask Breezy knows.
Hey, for
I'll ask him.
For as little as $25, we'll send you a shirt.
I got teabagged by a hooker, and all I got was this.
This shirt and quite a large amount of sores.
And a punch card to the STD clinic.
And mouth sores.
Comes with a map of your local STD clinics.
You guys sicken me.
We've discussed it, Ham, so much, you just got him in there.
We got enough.
Either that or he ran off to cancel his order. They found out. They know.
I don't want the teabagging hooker.
Oh, well, it gets better. It goes from the teabag.
How can we top that?
There is now going to be a smoking simulator game.
Oh, God. Stop with the simulator games.
First-person smoker?
Mm-hmm.
I play it. All the sensation without the cancer.
There you go.
That's the whole purpose of having the Oculus Google glasses.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why not come out with a smoking simulator, or
Like,
just whatever game you have, just call it a simulator.
Like parodies is where they just
For the most part.
You know, and the reason I think this may be a parody is we've had Goat Simulator,
yeah,
Simulator, Ox Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first. Heavy metal music.
Yeah, for some reason the guy is raging.
That's all.
He was fired or something like that, so he's raging.
Where's my cigarette? I feel better now.
Well, it could be worse. You could be working for a company, which I think is Japan, where they've decided that that they're going to limit your bathroom breaks to 6 minutes or less a day.
Well, none of those long poos.
You can't poo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not efficient.
That's quite efficient. What kind of company do you work for where that has to actually happen? All right, that's it.
Do you reckon they're all just stood in the bathroom? Like, good. 3 hours a day.
So, speaking of which, I'm going to pop something into...
Ooh.
Let's stay on now.
You can get that.
Okay.
that would kind of work for the topic that you just brought up, but I don't know how quick you can grab that.
I can grab it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. All right.
Don't I worry.
I don't know what. Now I've got 2 videos. All right, we'll figure out how to play them. Unless you want me to play it right now.
You can play it right now.
Oh, here you go.
Lack of bathroom breaks.
The next hot game show has just been imported from Japan. You want $1 million? You win a crazy smile face $1 million. For Suing. Food is power. The power. You win 1 million, Mr. Mighty Joe Dollar, when you poop brass. Poop brass. Mow, mow. Poop brass.
God.
You get to keep your job.
Who poop rast?
From smoking simulator to that. Look at us go. All right.
Tying all kinds of boundaries together, bringing it all into one.
You only get top quality news on this podcast.
Payday 2 director goes off and forms his own studio.
Who poop rast?
Actually, that would be a good studio name, huh? And now we have some Assassin's Creed Unity gameplay, which I know you don't want to see either.
Just exactly like any other Assassin's Creed.
No,
Okay.
no, because you can like jump downwards now.
Oh, joy.
Wait, you couldn't jump downwards? All you did was what? Fall?
Yeah,
or?
no, they're going with this whole like downward movement bullshit that they've kind of just made up.
Play vertically.
So yeah, it's a vertical. What was that? That was Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. The last Tomb Raider was not a. Was a vertical. That was their buzzword.
Yeah,
I don't remember
innovation is a new buzzword.
Without someone to fight in
This,
their name.
what really bothers me about this is it's the French Revolution. It's so depressingly predictable.
Yeah. I'm not it. This. I don't know. Okay.
Don't lose your head.
And I remember when this game was about assassinating people, not just wandering around with a sword.
I think Spanish Inquisition is next.
No one expects the Spanish.
That's why it's going to be next.
The time has come for revolution, for those to unite.
What is
make
kind of funny is they're
history.
talking about revolution and yet they're making the same old game again.
Yep.
That's kind of
The
ironic.
irony is strong.
Yeah.
Hey, he jumped down.
Yeah, see?
Make history.
All right, enough.
Yeah, it's just... Ugh.
The people.
And it's a similar set, like, time era as well, so I imagine quite a few of the assets are going to be reused.
The people
pirate
who
one.
the people who play made StarCraft are now trying to do what every other studio is doing, make their own Team Fortress 2.
Aren't they all?
Fortress Craft.
Star Fortress.
Star Fortress.
Star Fortress 2.
Star Fortress Craft. Do you get hats?
Oh, if you
Oh,
get
yeah.
hats, I'm buying it.
Mining picks.
You get
These
cards.
Star hats.
Space hats.
Space hats.
I guess you went one too many, one too far.
Delete that
Space
last
hats.
comment. We'll...
That one was just too ridiculous.
Oh, I got an email this week from Interstellar Marines, of all places. Apparently they're still doing stuff, and I was like, wow, all right, so I wonder what they're doing. Let me go watch this video, and I realize
They just managed to get bots into the game.
they had bots. I played the one with bots already. I didn't even pre-order, purchase, or nothing. I've already played a game with bots, and now they did was create a bigger level with bots.
They just have. I've been playing it. I think it's quite fun. I think the bots might be new, unless they took them out before and
No.
put them back.
They had bots. I know that without a doubt. What confuses me though is if they're going to put bots in and talk about bots, why would they even put up a video that shows bots spawning out of the mid-air in the middle of the level?
Because they're Titans. Titanfall.
I think Interstellar Marines. It's quite a nice game.
This guy's camping.
I'm not sure if they're gonna go and ruin it.
He is. I think they did well. They did well. I would be proud to say I made this.
It's really good.
Make it.
For people
My thing with
who
it
don't know,
your job is now to judge them.
The big sort of draw of Interstellar Marines is that the levels, every single map is dynamic in some way, whether the level of geometry changes or whether it's weather effects or something like that. But each map ends up playing different throughout the map, and it's great. And there's a day-night cycle, so once as the map starts to go a bit further, you've got to turn on your flashlights. Or maybe it starts raining and rain gets on your visor, makes it hard to see.
You have to wear an umbrella.
So you can lift up your visor.
Umbrella hat. The umbrella hat mod.
When you take off your visor, you can't see any information on screen. So it's some nice stuff that goes on with the game. It's actually really fun.
I really like the look of it, but it's just the fact that they've taken so long to get to this point.
Yeah, it's $20.
That's not free.
Unless you get the Spearhead edition, that's $40.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Which one did you get?
I got the non-Spearhead edition for $1.
Oh, what kind of fanboy are you?
For $1?
Yeah, there's some sale.
You bastard.
Got it for $1. It's simple as fun. They are taking an awfully long time.
That's the only thing. It's just taken such a long time.
Yeah, and there's no single player right now. It's just multiplayer, but it's.
See, I refuse to pay more than $15 for a multiplayer only game.
And I agree. I think you should not pay more than $15 for multiplayer only.
Speaking of playing more than 15 for multiplayer only, I believe Elder Scrolls is on sale on Steam already, which is kind of funny.
For $5.
No, pay your subscription.
Still subscription, and it's $29.99 at the moment. It's normally $59.99. So at regular price, you're paying $60 plus whatever the subscription fee is.
Right.
$15, I think, something like that.
MMO.
And it needs a 20 gig install. Which is huge.
It's a lot. So.
Oh, sorry, no, I lied. 80 gig.
Oh, sorry.
Less.
18 or 18?
80.
What?
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 It says it right there.
Say what?
Installer alert. You will need 80 gig of hard drive space free for game installation.
80.
Yeah, so technically it could even be bigger than 80 and it unpacks.
Insanity. When I had downloaded it before the release, it was like 23.
That's like half of certain SSD drives capacity.
Yeah.
If you have one of the earlier SSD drives, that is half your hard drive run.
I've been playing Archage, which is a free MMO, and that was 21 gigs, and I wasn't particularly happy about that. So 80 is just ridiculous.
How long would that take you to download?
Well, the 21 gigs I downloaded for Archage literally took me a whole day.
So 80, you're talking a whole.
A good couple of days, yeah.
And that's not including the time that you would not there, so your computer's off or whatever.
Oh, no, my computer was on all day, so I would have to leave it on for 4 days to do that download.
Jeez.
Fun times.
All right. One more. There's a poll out there over on Kotaku asking, are you still playing Titanfall?
No.
Who's still playing Titanfall? Apparently, 41% never bought the game. 25% say no, though I still own it. Why would you still own it? Why would you not have... I don't know. I guess those are people who could trade it in.
Yeah, there'd be console players, wouldn't they? That you could sell it.
I thought that was illegal now.
18% occasionally, 9% regularly, and 4% traded it in. And that's of 34,000 votes, Kabless.
So the answer is
no.
So yeah, about half the people didn't buy it.
As gimmicky as we said it was. Well, actually, what's more telling is I never bought the game, but.
After having played that free weekend, it's just it was.
We've sold 1 million copies, yeah, but how many of you actually shipped? And how many of them are actually being played, not sitting in a warehouse or a landfill in Texas?
Landfill in Texas.
It's and you know, in a game like Titanfall where it's multiplayer only, there's no server browser. You've got to just hope people are online at the time of day that you're playing. And for a premium price, there should be no pay for additional content, none whatsoever. I mean, they're already charging a premium price for the game for what it is, and yet they're fragmenting the user base like right at the start too, with additional content that you can't get unless you shell out more money. But these are the results.
Well, a lot of games did that. I mean, you can put that same model against Battlefield.
Oh yes, and I don't waver from that statement. It's still you shouldn't have pay for additional content when you're charging more than you should for the base game, and you're just increasingly fragmenting the player base by releasing additional pay for content.
How do you like that? This is pure console mentality. I think the 90-second wait time between matches is way too long. Can't wait 90 seconds.
I don't know. Is that? I think sometimes we would. No, I take that back. Never mind. If I'm on a PC, I actually kind of relish that 90 seconds. It gives me a chance to get up and get another drink.
What that tells me more is that the game is so lacking that you just want to jump back in and play the next thing because there's no satisfaction at the end of each round.
Yes, you're right.
Like you feel like, I guarantee you, it's like I don't feel like I've done anything.
No, we would play Call of Duty Zombies and be like, oh, all right.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God for that. Yeah. Have a stretch and like try and lower your heart rate for a bit.
Yeah.
Don't press go yet. Don't press go.
Yeah. When we were getting up into the 20s.
Oh, like 26 and 27. My God. Yeah. I was genuinely sweating. That's like. There's that many zombies, you just holding down the mouse button, shooting constantly.
All right, that's all I got. End of the line. Unless you guys want to bring up something else.
No.
Titanfall.
Okay. What?
You can play that video.
You have to bring it up because
I will.
It's such a downer. I don't know. There's a joke to be made there too.
There is.
It makes its own jokes.
Okay. In that case, I will thank the host for taking the time out to chat. Welshie, thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
And Strider, thank you for joining us today.
It's always an adventure.
Ham, I'm glad you made it in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Freezy, thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
Okay, so we'll be back next week. And you want us to promote your game or video, just, send a check over to MODSonair.com. Mailbag at MODSonair.com. We'll respond. Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@MODSonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSOnline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners. And the ending you were waiting for?
Like I said, I'm not 100, I'm not 200, I'm 5,000%.
Andrew,
You are not the father.
All right, I take it back. He starts breakdancing.
I wasn't making
Ready for action, living in the world, we never relaxing. Now, everlasting, not flashing, not at all. But see, my nigga went to do a little acting. Now that's for anyone asking. Give me one to pass him.
Okay. Sorry, everyone.
thing is, well, that's like every episode is like that.
Yeah.
That's not like just a one-off.
What was the one they had? The Springer used to have the fights all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Well. All right. Somebody, send us a game we want to play. See you next week.